I'm about to burn the map down. I'm gonna do one more thing. I ain't gonna burn it down just yet, y'all. I'm gonna do one more thing. Hey, on Berserk, how do I bring down one of them towers that walking with the bell underneath it? I mean, on Elden Ring.
Bring one down. You've got to target the dark, crusty skull-like growths on its legs. Focus on breaking those deposits. Once you've broken enough of them, hit them back to the ground. After that, you can go inside and take it. Be careful, those stomps hurt if you don't watch them there. Woohoo! Woohoo! Brought it down. Nice. Now that it's down, you've got Bell Mausoleum ready for business. If it's one of the mausoleums with a head, you'll notice you can duplicate remembrances of any boss. If it's a headless one, it will only let you duplicate remembrances of the non-shop.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair and death. Indiscriminate. Are you prepared to commit a cardinal sin? Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
Nice.
O Erd Tree, you shall burn. Burn for the sake of the new Lord. Thank you for guiding me here. The one who walks alongside flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. Goodbye.
Elden Ring, where do I get the bell bearing 7 at? He, oh, so I have a talisman, ray guns, sacral seal. It says it raises the attributes, but also increases damage taken. So if it's putting me up my vigor to 99, but how does it increase my damage taken? I don't understand it. And is it good talisman?
So that talisman, the Radical Skull Seal, or its big brother, Radical Scar Seer, is basically a double-edged sword. It boosts certain stats, things like vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity by 4 levels. But the catch is, it also makes you take extra income damage, like a trader. Even if your vigor is raised to a high number, it doesn't change that penalty. Your health gets bigger, sure, but that damage taken multiplier still applies. So you get stronger, but enemies hit you. Is it good? It depends on your playstyle. If you're confident in dodging difficult hits, stat boosts can be worth it. But if you're getting hit often, the extra damage you take isn't so great. It's all about your risk tolerance.
Woo. What up, boy? Man, it's going down overseas, boy. It's just crazy. No, but hey, I got a buddy over there in Bahrain. I was in the Navy with. He Muslim. He like last he messaged me. He said, King, they evacuated me to the base, and a Bahrain base got hit. Yeah, bro, they got hit out there. I was looking on TikTok, the news on TikTok, and it was saying the base got hit over there, Bahrain. I was over there at that base, uh, and they freaking Trump lying. He told me some they had talks with Iran. Iran denied that. There ain't been no talks with Iran. And also, why they got Marines and sending the airborne troops over there? Like, bro, what's going on? This dude is lying. They ain't telling us the truth. Like, in Iran been planning on this shit. Like, they got long range missiles. Remember the beginning of this? They say they ain't got missiles. They got missiles that can reach Europe and all that shit now. They said Trump, they were saying they didn't have all none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, yeah, I just got it. But that nigga over there, this shit getting real, but he ain't been truthful. Why you sending all these troops over there? That shit ain't made no sense. If you, in the beginning, he talking about this shit was gonna be so easy, all this shit. You don't hear about England and Britain them stepping in, none of this shit. You don't hear none of that shit. Exactly. Britain, they not even step. They got a big army. They ain't even stepping in. You ain't heard their name at all. You ain't heard the Queen, King. They ain't said nothing. They been quiet as hell. They been silent. No, they been silent. Europe, the UAE, them niggas been silent, bro. They ain't said nothing. Like, yo, what's going on? What this fool doing, bro? They say we spend $1 billion a day on this war. Since we've been doing it with naval, all that stuff, gas, all that stuff, $1 billion. But do you know how many student loans and credit card debt this motherfucker can relieve of that? Housing, you can't even pay you can't even pay the TSA agents. And get this, you paying ICE agents to go to the airport, and they work for the government, and you can't even pay the TSA agents. This motherfucker working without a check. But how you do that? But that shit low down. Think about it. But you spend $1 billion a day, and you send money out to Ukraine. Exactly. But he paying the government. They still paying them. The government paid TSA too. But that shit low down, bro. And how can you? No, they ain't get paid. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna pay ICE agents? Same government paying the ICE agents, but they can't pay the TSA workers. But the ICE agents working getting paid. That shit don't even sound right. So imagine you a TSA agent working next to an ICE agent, and he getting paid, but you not. But that shit low down, bro. That shit crazy. It don't even sound right. It sounds so bad. It's like, bro, you put in you putting all that money, dog, on motherfuckers that's struggling out here. You could freaking, bro, you could just give affordable, you could give stimulus checks out every month for everybody spending the money you spending. I'm just saying, but like, bro, this cat tripping, dog. And the people who believe in all that stuff, man, bro, this dude is a liar. You can't believe this. Like, you can't believe politics, period. Like, they in it for themselves, bro. Like, I'm like, people be like, oh man, vote this, bro. You can't do none of that shit, dog. That's just a game for these people. Like, that's just a game for people's lives and shit, bro. That's just a game. Huh? Yeah, bro. It's a game for people's lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? You like, bro. People like me, I mean, be heroes and all that shit. I was gun home when I joined the military and shit, but not knowing That shit's a game, bro. These people out there playing games, but you selling, you got weapons to both sides selling, man. You like, bro, it's a game, dog. That's what that shit is. People dying, so that's all this shit is, bro. Make money, and then if people making money. Yeah. Oh wow. I think that yeah, he know his job. They'll do that. I think that they'll do that every time we bring him in. And he experienced. So they like he gon' that's what they want. They want people to experience. You know, you get somebody new coming in, like out of boot camp, they fresh. They you know what I'm saying? Somebody who know the game, been in, got experience. They're like, oh, it ain't gonna take them long. You get back right back on track. You know what it is. So, yeah, but that shit's crazy, dog. And the craziest part is they didn't report that shit. Huh? Like, they regular dudes do not report. They blinding us with these, you know, we got another plane crash and shit. Yeah, bro, they say, I see yeah, bro, I'm talking about since the war started, bro. I'm like, needless death. And you can't even take care of people over here. And then you get, bro, and these podcasters, man, you got all these rappers ain't talking about shit. Nobody saying that on any podcast. You got, man, I think it was a podcast, you're talking about Jim Jones and all these niggas. These niggas talking about the dumbest shit. I'm like, bro, you talking about shit, talking about some shit about 50 years ago. You ain't mentioning that shit that's going on? No real. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Come on. Huh? Nah, bro. I'm like, bro, this shit crazy as hell. That's what, man, nothing to do. I'm like, bro, y'all, man, and the rap artists, that's what rap, man, the rap artists don't be talking about nothing, man. They don't even, man. But the rap artists is garbage, bro. They ain't even got no. I had the beats working out, man, but them motherfuckers, man, they ain't talking about shit, man. Nope. Working. Crazy. But they ain't even reporting it though. So my thing is, I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. I mean, like, you know, you just had that plane crash over at LaGuardia, which I'm like, bro, you can't even have the right people on their job, people working 2 jobs he did that shit last year, cutting back on the airline people. So you heard about the plane crash, right? Yeah. But the the radar person, whatever, you know, he working 2 jobs, and then the ground transportation. I'm like, yeah, how you doing that? You being short staffed, and that's known. You got people doing. You got enough money, man. That's a dangerous job, bro. You need to have everybody doing a job, man. Like you can't. And then, bro, that shit ridiculous, bro. That shit ridiculous. No, it ain't. And dude, I mean, you had Trump talk, but he don't care. He cold hearted. When that accident happened, he got on the thing. Well, you know, accidents happen. You know, he just called. He didn't even say my condolences go to. He walked off. I'm like, this motherfucker, boy. The dude a narcissist, bro. He don't originate with like people. And people understand that, man. Trump he don't originate with like. He want people like it don't affect it. You know what I'm saying? Like even when and I'm trying to think, even when he got shot at a year ago, I wonder what that shit staged, bro. Cause he got a big fist pumping this shit. Like, I don't know. That shit kind of just, you know what I'm saying? It grew back real quick, bro, for your ear to get hit like that. And then too, he wasn't even scared of nothing. Them motherfucker got up. Remember they tried to get him to go after he got shot? He had pumping his fist in the air and shit. And then the kid, yeah, and then the lady, then he had the FBI lady who didn't know how to put a gun in a holster. That shit was a big funk cluster. I'm like, hold on, a Secret Service agent don't know how to holster their gun. They was showing that shit. Yeah, what kind of training? I'm like, hold on. And then you got, bro. And then you got the dude, whoever they shot, say he climbed on the roof and all that shit. They shot him. They really, bro. I feel like that shit was staged. The more I think about that shit, This motherfucker, because a regular motherfucker like Trump ain't been in no. So he cool as a fan. He gets shot at. His ear shot. He stand up. They trying to rush him off, and he's standing there with his fist pumped. Damn, come on, this dude, man. Bruh. This cat. No, dude. People got what they wanted though. He say he gonna do what he say he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, say shit. But we didn't. Hey, look, and England ain't done shit. They been quiet as hell. That was tripping out on me. England been quiet as shit, but they ain't said you ain't heard nothing from the Royal Navy or nothing. Them niggas been quiet as shit, bro. But I know I was going to the military right now. It's crazy. Like, man. But they been quiet. Then they got they got doggone what's his name? Bro, they sitting back watching. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. I say, man, what the hell going on? I'd be like, what the fuck is this nigga dude? He just stirred up a hornet's nest over there. And then that leader got killed. He like the Pope of the Islam in the Islam world, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he stirred up a hornet. Qatar, all these places, man. Everybody looking at America like, what the freak? What's going on? I felt like we the only motherfuckers with Ukraine. I mean, we always in the goddamn. I say, bro, y'all just like, bro, you just leave. We supposed to been done with the Middle East, but we cannot get out of the Middle East. That's how I know some shit going. We cannot. Like y'all motherfuckers cannot get out from over there. But he lying. No, they ain't. That's what I'm saying. I wonder, I was listening to Sean Ryan. He said, we got terror cells here. In doing 9/11, dude, we trained the pilots who wrecked the planes in the building. Yeah. Nah, that wasn't no Trump. Yep. That's true. That's true. Ain't gonna lie. They let all the people. Yeah. They let all the people in. Yeah. But them all the politicians though, they be lying though. Like they let all the people, like you say, let all the people over here the border and shit. Like you gotta understand, bro. You let people. You let criminals and shit in. These motherfuckers like they don't care. That's what I was saying, bro. That's what I was saying. Because if you care, bro, you can't even forgive people college debt. Trillions of dollars. Where all this money going? You got motherfuckers got college. You can't even say, look, I'm gonna abolish everybody college debt. You know in Europe, you're in Europe, you can go to college for free. That's what's crazy. You just gotta take the test and shit. You can go to college for free and shit. Germany, all that shit, you go to college for free. You got a program you get into like these over here, bro. First thing they do is get you in debt. With school. That's the first thing they do. Get you going to college, take a loan, boom, boom, boom. You already in the system, boom, already. And you gonna take that loan to go to school. So they're already in debt. So you can't even credit card debt people. Man, I'm like y'all spending. You know, these talks of deficit. You like, damn, where all the money going? Right, and you know, and I was telling like my son, I was like, bro, they gonna be tough with him because jobs is like, you remember them jobs back in the day? Your parents worked 30 years and retire and shit. That shit ain't gonna be around like that no more. Ain't it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bro, yeah, that's it. But and like I say, I remember going to Fort Valley State. You know, it's fun. I ain't doing my first year but party and shit. Get that wait for that refund check to come. You blow that shit. You know, you like, but you took a loan. You ain't thinking nothing about the loan. Like I say, like you saying, you going to college unless you're going to be a doctor and you know, like, hey, I'm going to school to be a doctor. A lot of kids don't know that shit. I'm gonna go to school to be a lawyer. So you got to go like boom, 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 boom. But hell, you still signing a loan because the doctor coming out, you coming out with debt, but you at least you plan on making enough money to, you know what I'm saying, to them jobs to pay your loans off. Because you know once you become a doctor, you know you be making the big money. So you ain't got the bag, but now goddamn, bruh. And rich white people, they file bankruptcy all the time. All the time, bro. But my cousin, she a lawyer, but she done filed, she make good money, and like defense attorney. She went to Georgia State. She went to what she do her law? I think that she law at UGA. I remember when we were like growing up. She was like, I want to be a lawyer. She was saying that shit. Damn it, if she ain't go, she a lawyer, a defense attorney. She doing real good. But I remember she was like, she had the big student loans and stuff, you know, just years ago that she had to deal with. But, bro, you all that shit, man, the trade, like, bro, but that shit crazy. Same thing like with the house and shit, man. He over here, man, bro. The mortgages, that shit's a scam. 30, like you as a kid, you want to be 30. Trump talking about 50-year mortgages. Oh, you crazy? Bro, these houses, cookie cutter houses, bro. You know how many doorknobs and shit got to fix in a house over here, bro? Huh? Yep. 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 I believe. And he trying to put in that shit in. Yep. Exactly. But they be throwing these houses up so fast like a dog. That shit ain't funny. And then when you go, this shit ain't meant for no 30. Man, 30 years, nigga, this shit gonna be fucking, nigga, we already had a place, doorknobs and handles and shit. So they build all the houses with the same layout too. You get like, you know what I'm saying? So you already know it's freaking, but it's a whole game. Like then you gotta get a loan for that, the mortgage company. And then too, your interest rate shit, man, this shit just horrible, dog. Then you be like, you know, they don't account to like, you know, shit happens. So, you know, God forbid somebody can't afford, you know, you can't pay your rents and stuff. You know, you gotta do deferments and shit. Then you know what they do? They add on, they tell you some shit like even with car note shit. If you get behind, you know, they'll put it on the back end. But guess what? It'll help you out. But guess what? Your note gonna be more. Like, damn, how you gonna help me out? You gonna charge me double the money now? So you know, you're like God, dang. Now you gotta pay $200 more money on what you paying on, cause they put it on the back end and shit, but you still, so it's like you really ain't helping. You gonna try the mother again. You 4 or 5 year on the vehicle. Now that shit long as hell. Shit, I mean, go ahead. What do you say on the balloon payment? trade it in. Yep. Yep. And when you go on the dealership, they'll be ready to take it for you to trade it in too. But get what? You be right back in another unless you just buy it straight out. You caught up in them down. It's a game. Shit's a game, but shit's a game. So, on my journey, you try to invest in the box. A lot of people that go, you know, because I like items and shit because these corporations, man, like I had to let Amazon store I was trying to sell shit on, but that shit tough too. Like, you know, you got everybody selling shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got big companies like Amazon that's horrible and all that. It's can't crazy. You know, I know a lot of young kids be investing in to stop into the thing they getting these stocks. You know, I got some crypto, but I ain't got like a house. I got like $200 in crypto. I look at it, but I ain't heard no crypto from moving lately. I ain't heard nobody talking about it. Yeah. I was like, what for the game, dog? And then with this shit going on, crazy. Let me go. I'm gonna hit the sack, man. All right. Real good. Yeah. Gotta fight the dragon. How do you get bell bearing 7 and 8?
In Elden Ring, you get the Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing 7 by defeating an optional boss called the Putrid Tree Spirit. You'll find this boss in the hidden path to the Halleck Tree dungeon. Once you beat it, you get the Bell Bearing, which unlocks higher tier smithing stones at the Twin Maiden Husk.
How do you get the bell bearing 7 and 8 for Elden Ring?
In this video, I'm going to show you how to get smithing.
Over 25 million people use Robinhood for their investing needs. Download Robinhood to get started.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to get smithing stone 7 and 8. So we're in a special realm towards the top right of the map here. This is where you come to right after the fire giant thing that you do over here. So when you're here, the place that we are right now is at this location over here. So you're going to follow a path here. There are going to be a few lefts and rights, but you are going to get to this point here where you're going to have to do like a bunch of parkour and jumping down onto ledges and this and following along this path down those like blocks in the distance there until you eventually get to where I am here. You'll go into this building and you'll take every single right turn until you get to the stairs that go downwards. At the bottom of these stairs, you'll go into a chamber here, and you will fight the Godly Duo. It will be a two-boss kind of battle here, and when you defeat them, you will get the bell bearing that you need. As always, when you get the bell bearing, go to the Twin Maiden Husks at your round table hall, offer them the bell bearing, and you can go to their purchase items here, and you can see that there are now some purchase items here. Offer them the bell bearing, and you go to the Twin Maiden Husks at your round table hall, offer them the bell bearing, the duo. Every single right path down those like block to do like a bunch of so when you're here, the place that we are right now is at this location. Over here. So you're going to follow a path here. There are going to be a few lefts and rights, but you are going to get to this point here where you're going to have to do like a bunch of parkour and jumping down onto ledges and this and following along this path down those like blocks in the distance there until you eventually get to where I am here. You'll go into this building and you'll take every single right turn until you get to the stairs that go downwards.
Hey, Elder Ring, what does the Pearl Drake Talisman +2 do? It says vastly boosts non-physical damage negation. What does that mean?
So the Pearl Drake Talisman +2 is basically your protective charm against elemental damage. Non-physical damage means stuff like magic, fire, lightning, or holy attacks. Anything that isn't just a sword or club hitting you. With the +2 version, it significantly reduces the damage you take from those elemental sources. In short, it makes you tougher when
Is that
enemies...
like from lightning and dragon fire and stuff?
Exactly. Things like dragon fire, lightning strikes, or any magic spells are going to hit you softer with that talisman. So when you're facing enemies that breathe fire or hurl lightning, it's like wearing a shield against those
What about the
elements.
Flame Drake Talisman 1+1 greatly boost fire damage negation?
The Flame Drake Talisman +1 is more specialized. Instead of protecting you from all elemental damage, it focuses only on reducing fire damage. The +1 version gives you a solid
Which one
boost.
should I use when fighting a dragon that shoots electricity? I forgot the name of that dragon.
For a dragon that's unleashing lightning, you'll want the Pearl Drake Talisman +2. Since it covers lightning damage along with other elemental types, it'll give you broad protection against that dragon's shocking attacks. And don't worry, those dragons do love their flashy lightning. Whether it's dragons or anything else, I'm always ready to help you strategize. In the meantime, take care, and I'll catch you next time.
Oh, bro. Freak. Let's see. Go. God, dog, bro. You serious? Freak. You done on wolves, dude. Dude, these freaking wolves, bro. Man, they harsh. They're like annoying, man. Man, these wolves annoying, bro. Oh, this for the Who is shooting? The hammer talisman. Describe it to me. What does it actually do? It says enhances stamina, reducing attacks against blockers. What does that mean?
So the hammer talisman is all about breaking through defenses. When an enemy is blocking with a shield or trying to stand their ground, your attacks with this talisman's bonus are more likely to wear them down. In other words, when you hit someone who's blocking, you drain their stamina faster, making it easier to break their guard and get through. It's perfect if you're dealing with shield-heavy opponents.
The Crippler's Vow talisman said eliminates all sound made by the wearer during movement.
Exactly, that one's all about stealth. With Crepus's Vile Talisman, you can silence no footsteps, rustling, perfect for sneaking up on enemies or avoiding detection. It's like becoming a ghost on the battlefield.
At the bottom, every single right turn until you get to the stairs that go downwards. At the bottom of these stairs, you'll go into a chamber here, and you will fight the Godly Duo. It'll be a 2-boss kind of battle here.
Ah, know how to beat these cats. Like one out at a time. I got careless. Come on. Oh, before I got careless, y'all. Oh, I jumped right into it. Crazy. Why did I do that? I'm thinking. Then my leg go around, y'all. I'm gonna shut it down. That's his great sword. Yeah, that's got his great sword. City said, what? Nah, you don't like that? That's it. stick, bro. Oh. Oh.
I knew you'd be back. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
I'll catch y'all later.